Hi, I'm Larry Hanley, International President of the Amalgamated Transit Union, and welcome to the ATU website, where we'll tell the exciting story of transit workers everywhere who are fighting back and winning battles and struggling to preserve our way of life. Transit workers are facing challenges all over the United States and Canada, from assaults on the job, to service cuts, to contract fights, to legislative battles throughout our countries that are impacting on our way of life. We're fighting back everywhere. In Wisconsin, where ATU members right now are participating in recalling politicians who are anti-worker and who have promulgated anti-labor legislation, to Michigan, where as we speak, our members are out in the streets collecting signatures on petitions to repeal anti-labor laws that have been pressed by the governor and the legislature there. In Ohio, we're proud to report that 1.2 million signatures were collected by members of organized labor, and ATU was a full partner in that process. And those signatures were collected again to repeal the anti-labor laws that have popped up in Ohio. In Tacoma, Washington, our members are gearing up to fight 30% service cuts this fall, and the ATU International is there to help. In Florida, we're proud to report recent victories in the state legislature, where our members rallied together in Tallahassee, took buses up there, and notified the politicians that they would not stand for anti-labor legislation in the state of Florida. And again, we're proud of the work that you've done and the fact that you actually were able to push back that legislation. Recently, in Texas, the legislature has forced upon the system in Austin a piece of legislation that they admit is designed simply to cut bus drivers' salaries, and we are working with our local 1091 in Austin to develop a community campaign also to fight back. We're also proud of the work that's been done by Phoenix Local 1433 over the year-long battle with Veolia Transportation, and we believe we're turning a corner there in Phoenix, and I just want to thank all the members in Phoenix who have stood up and stood tall in a very tough environment. This site will tell the story of ATU. We will focus on the issues our members care about and also the struggles they're involved in and the pride we take in the fact that they're working so hard to turn back this wave of anti-union sentiment and anti-worker sentiment throughout our two countries. We also want you to know that we have developed new communications techniques in a new department. Our in-transit will expose things like the needless deaths on American highways caused by neglect of the over-the-road industry by the federal government, and the fact that not only is there no oversight by the American government of the interstate bus industry, but also that there are real reasons why the American people should care about extending to bus drivers who work interstate the coverage and protections of the Fair Labor Standards Act. There's a reason why they call it Fair Labor Standards, but there is no reason to exclude bus drivers from that coverage. And in our campaign to fight for that protection, we will certainly bring our stories back here every week and tell you what's going on. We'll also expose the shocking number, the increasing number of assaults on bus drivers throughout our two countries. As a result of the fact that they are cutting service just about everywhere, raising fares at a time of economic depression, there is more and more tension in bus stops and on buses. And our members are feeling the brunt of that. And in transit, in the coming issues, we will tell the story not only of what's causing it, but also propose real solutions to protect bus drivers and the people who ride our buses. We'll talk about the impact of record service cuts and fare increases throughout the United States. ATU.org will be your window on the world of issues that affect working people throughout our countries and around the world. We hope you'll stop by every day to get the exciting new news that will appear on this website.